Yamal Neeraj is the godfather of Kerala, right?
Godfather of Kerala.
Yeah, that's what they calling the film. I saw the post. When I was at the Kerala Film Festival, I saw the posters everywhere.
Yeah, Nanpagal Samayatha Maikam with
Okay.
Mammootty. Brilliant.
Liju has made a film with Mammootty.
Yeah, Nanpagal is a
Wow.
Mammootty. What is that one thing you would like to do more in your filmmaking process? What is that excites you in a filmmaking, and what is that you want to do more?
I want 100% freedom, and I want censor board to disappear. And I want.
Thank you so much for your time, Anurag. It's a pleasure talking to you. And if I fumble and if I forget some questions, it's all because of you, because I'm a great fan of your work. It's like a fan moment. Okay, with that, let me start off. Why Paka?
Nothing is, films do something to you.
Yeah.
And the films that do something to me, I just don't question them. Somebody I know, I think Adur sir had recommended me to see Paka.
Mm-hmm. From the festival rounds, yeah.
And he had asked me to see Paka, and I saw it, and the film really affected me. And then I decided, and then the producer Raj and Nitin, they both asked me, will you support the film? I said, I'll do anything that you guys want. When I like a film, why would I not do it? So it started there. And then I started sending the film out to various festivals and people. Yeah. I really like the film. The film really affected me so much.
Exactly. I saw the film. So for festival rounds, you have, the sense of film which is going to the festival rounds is different. When you decided to bring it to a commercial platform, were there any external factors you kept for, making this viable?
No, because I think it's not just a festival film, because the film, even in the festival, I think it's very commercial in a way, the kind of story it is telling. The kind of story it is telling and the way it is telling the story. It's not, I don't see it like a festival film. I see it like a film that I like, it's a film that I love, and which is actually with a lot of, but if you really ask me, I like more Malayalam movies today than Hindi.
Yeah, I've been seeing when Churali and in Jallikattu you had show in and you were hugging Liju, and so I was.
I had taken Jallikattu across the world. I showed it to the whole world, but it's not like that. I just generally, in the sense, even the mainstream movie, I am talking about a superhero movie like Minnal and Murli.
Yeah, correct.
Naya 2 and Appayam Kosham and so many movies. I just love what is happening there. I wish I spoke the language and I made films there. I
know you could act in Tamil with Imekkal Nadigal, but you should have done it in Malayalam as well for a director.
I know. I've like said no to one or two of my friends who are very upset that I didn't do the film. But I'm happy. I'm associated with Uton or Paka or whatever in the future.
Yeah.
And Rajiv is like my brother.
I know. I just did his Kuttavan Shikshem promotion with the actor. He refused to give me the interview though. He said no.
He doesn't know how to talk.
So I said, Geetu, this is his film. Ask him to come just 10 minutes on Zoom. He said, no, Rekha.
He wouldn't know how to talk. Rajiv, the last thing you want to do is interview.
Correct. He just can happily text you.
He's happy.
Yeah. But interviews, no way. So coming back to Paka, when I see the film, there is a romance around this, is a violence in which the entire revenge between two families.
It is exactly that. The way that he has treated the romance and the violence. It's not like you've seen in other films.
Yeah, and the river. The scenic beauty of the river in Wayanad. Along with that, when the first scene itself, you think, oh, what a wonderful scene, and then comes the entire story behind it. So when you were seeing this film, when you decided to promote this film to the different platforms, what was that you thought about it related to your kind of filmmaking? Is there something?
Nothing for me. What I saw the film, I was very affected by the film, and then I was really surprised. The film is based around the truth.
Yeah,
it's based around factual events.
Yeah,
and that river actually has and carries stories like that.
Yeah,
and the man who finds the body is actually exists.
Yeah,
and so for me, it's a world that I saw for the first time, and it's that world that fascinated me.
And it's
And
driven by two patriarchal people, both
absolutely
men.
patriarchal, but there's such patriarchal families, the way it's driven, and even the old lady is so patriarchal.
No, she's the one who's driving the entire scene.
Yeah, it seems like she has given birth to patriarchy. How? And she's in bed.
I
She
know.
doesn't move, and that's so amazing. But it is
Yeah.
just, I
And I
just
was
love
thinking,
the world. It was for me. It was just very fascinating.
yeah.
My
One thing,
reason to do everything was because I love the film.
yeah. One thing I think Nitin being a sound designer, but there is
Yeah,
not less sound being used. If for a chase, only the panting or something. So he did not use any BGM for a typical that kind of a scene.
that
You
is
can,
that's where you see that he's literally looked at the film like a filmmaker.
as a filmmaker now, right from Black Friday to Punch to Choked, what kind of films excite you nowadays, Anurag?
Anything, well, lots of things. It all depends. It varies. I see so many movies. Like if you talk about say this year, there is Hollywood Chinese production by Daniels called Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Uh, uh,
It's a film that I loved. I recently saw Up from Kashyap and Naya 2, which I liked. I saw it much early this year. I saw this film called Writer from Tamil Nadu, which I
uh-huh.
liked. It's a it's a film Paranjit produced. It's a kind of a small film.
Huh.
Then I really uh, I like Badhai Do in Hindi very much. I like that very much. I liked Anek. I like that Pushkar Gayatri show Sudol,
Ah, yes.
The
And
Vortex, and I have liked Rajiv Ravi's new film very much.
Turamugam.
Surama, which I think
Okay.
people have not seen yet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to come hit in theaters before that.
It's
I hope I
outstanding. It's such an
consider.
outstanding film. It's a pity that why that film is not coming out. I mean, it's such an outstanding film.
Yeah. And did you see the new Lijo's teaser on Nanpagal Sameta Maikam?
No,
You have to see it. It's
I've not
out.
seen.
2 months back it came and it's blown my mind. It's too good.
Oh,
I
I've
mean,
not
it's
seen.
typical Lijo, Maverick Lijo.
But
Or,
Lijo doesn't even inform anyone. No, Lijo lives in his own world. He doesn't
yeah,
inform.
correct. Yeah.
He doesn't tell. He's a Rajiv Ravi Max also.
He told me that April 15th he came. He'll come and meet. I live in Chennai, so he said he'll come and meet me in Chennai. But which year he hasn't told. So abhi to though April 15th is gone. So
But
okay,
that's
coming
cool.
to Malayalam films when you see, right? So I think
Uh,
the language is universal. But when you bring in a story, when you're bringing the narrative, what is that you bring in as a filmmaker? What is that you see first to that carry the story along for captivating the audience?
for me, it's the world. It's always the world first. But in the sense, if I believe the world, then I believe in the film. Then I buy into the film. Then I buy into the
Uh-huh.
story.
Huh.
But first, I see the world and the people who inhabit the world and the story that's being told.
Huh.
It's in that order.
Huh.
If I don't believe it in the world, then nothing I believe in. It doesn't matter how good the story is.
Yeah. So how long will you say to, when you create a story or when you are looking for a story, this world does not believe or you don't believe in that world, how soon you say no to it?
Oh, I think 15 minutes.
Ah,
15 to 20 minutes. In my head, I give a film at least half an hour, 40 minutes because a lot of movies get you in 20th minute. If the film doesn't get me in 40 minutes, then I give up.
yeah. But what about a narration? Sometimes a film or a scriptwriter may be good in narrating the entire, the way he
It
perceives
has
that.
happened before.
Huh.
There's some films which a narration was very good and the film was not very good.
Huh. Ulta bhi ho sakta hai, right?
उल्टा भी
Basically, if it is a
होता है.
bad narrator, but movie comes out well.
Yeah, there's some very bad narrators who are very good filmmakers. Example being Rajiv and Lijo. They don't know how to talk, so how will they narrate?
Look at their production. Look at their final
But
product.
look at their imagination.
Yeah.
They're such fantastic filmmakers. I don't know how they convince other people to make film because they don't know
I'm
how to
waiting.
get.
Exactly. I always
Because,
tell Lizo's interviews are fun. When I interviewed him, after the interview, he said, "My mother has made some beef. Can we eat?" I said, "Of course." So this is how my interview ended with him. He
Yeah,
forgot
but
about Jallikattu.
they're amazing. They're such amazing filmmakers. I'm like, I wonder how they narrate stories to people, how they convince people.
Yeah. Have you ever seen these mass movies like,
No,
the larger than life types?
I go to see filmmakers films. See, I go by filmmakers.
Ah,
It's also like in the sense I have not like I did not mind Pushpa at all. I
yeah.
went, I enjoyed Pushpa.
Ah,
So it's not like I don't see mass movies.
yeah.
I'm yet to see Vikram, and the only reason I did not see Vikram was because a lot of people that I trust said if you want to see Vikram, then you have to see Kathy first and Managram
Correct,
first.
correct. Yeah.
But I've seen Managram because I was on the jury of an award where I saw Managram first time and I loved it. But I
Yeah.
haven't seen Kathy. So
Kaidi,
said,
there's a lot of reference to it.
yeah.
Yes.
So they said don't see Vikram without seeing Kathy. So now I'm
Yeah.
going. I'll find time. I'll see Kaiti first, then I'll see Vikram. Otherwise, I would
Yeah.
have gone and seen Vikram in cinemas.
Yeah.
But
As
I
in
was
any
away, and
filmmaker. Go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
it depends. I will see a mainstream movie. I have no such thing as I don't want to like. I actually like a lot of mainstream cinema.
Yeah. Then you should see something called Bhishma Parvam.
I know that film is also come now. It's
Yeah.
on some streaming platform.
Yes. It's Amal Neeraj,
Yamal Neeraj is the godfather of Kerala, right?
Godfather of Kerala.
Yeah, that's what they calling the film. I saw the
It's
post. When I was at the Kerala Film Festival, I saw the posters everywhere, and I
yeah.
wanted to see the film with English subtitles.
Yeah.
At that time, because it was a short stay, we couldn't arrange it. So now I was waiting for it to come on the streaming platform. I think it's already out there. Because you look at this, this is all my movies,
Ooh.
and that's my screen. I put a
Oh, I
silver screen in my house. So
wow.
I can't watch on small screen.
Oh, nice. I think if you look at this entire OTT platforms coming in, sonyliv has a fabulous content. So if you look at Malayalam films and even other films as well, do you think when there's a conscious decision to bring in, the palatability to
Oh,
the
it's
entire
just
audience?
nothing. I'm saying, if you see, Sony Live is not doing as much content as probably Netflix or Amazon, but look at each content they have put out.
Yeah, yeah. Seven
It's
state
so
awards from
fantastic.
Kerala. 7 state awards.
I'm telling you, look at every content that Sony Live has put out is so classy.
Yeah, correct.
It's so good. So for me, in the sense, I feel like, they have done lesser work than other platforms,
Yeah,
right? But every time something comes out and they come out without big name stars, they come out without anything, they're just strong on content.
correct,
They're just so strong on content and the story they want to tell.
correct.
And that's the reason why, suddenly Sony Live for us has become a go-to watch platform because just because of it's like there's a personal quality check going on in that company
Yeah,
where they've hired people to figure out only to put out quality.
correct.
Because they also picked up Amis, which I
Uh-huh.
had presented before.
Yes.
And not just that, I'm saying for me, I got onto Sony Live with Andeki.
Huh.
Before Andeki, I did not have Sony Live. I
Yeah.
wanted to see Andeki. I subscribed to Sony Live. Then they came with Scam, then Andeki 2, Rocket Boys, then Maharani. It's like everything they're putting out is so
Yeah.
quality, so much quality series.
Yeah.
And the films that they put out in other languages, right? Recently, I saw that
Bhutakalam.
Vijay Sethupathi film, which was that where he plays a farmer. What's his name? I don't know.
I know the Kadasi Vyavasai.
Yeah. I can't pronounce the names. But
Yeah.
I'm saying the things
Bhutakalam,
that,
where Revati got a state award.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is beautiful film. Yeah.
I have to see that film. I have not seen it.
Oh, yeah, you should. It's
But I'm
it's
saying
a
just what it's like the hand picking. It's
yeah,
like the hand picking
yeah. But
everything and they're putting it out there.
as a filmmaker, I've seen you bringing out films with all newcomers. Look at Paka. Nobody is known, but they're exactly very, they've done a fantastic work. And even all your films as such. After that, they became superstars. That is different. But when you believe in those, only the content and not the stars, how do you have pressure from your own clan on how do we go
Earlier, I
about it?
used to have pressure to cast known people, but now I don't because I think what has happened with all the Pankaj and Nawaz and everybody, they've done so well in their career, Vicky,
Ah,
Rajkumar, that people have now started trusting me. Says, okay, Anurag, coach for do. So now they let me be. Now they let me cast whoever I want to cast. And it is precisely because of all the hard work and success that all the other actors have done and achieved. So thanks to them that I reap the benefit of it now.
Correct. But as a director, when you look at this entire scape, if there's a cliche dialogue of changing, say, this landscape of Indian cinema, the OTT platform, multiple theatrical, then big
I
budgets
think
like KGS.
in India, people still need to take more chances. See, I'm saying I was in London. I saw Elvis.
Yeah.
So
You
it's
did?
like I'm saying, look at that. Like they picked up a rank newcomer or somebody nobody knew to play the main character,
Yeah.
Elvis.
Yeah.
Right. So when they have a great subject matter, the whole studio, everybody takes a chance and they put in the right cast. They get the right guy, and it doesn't matter if he's not a star, and they put in newcomer. India doesn't
That's
do
what
that. The,
we write
in
the stories for stars.
yeah, in India, the same actor will be playing every biopic. I see the same actor playing this character, then that character, that character. After a while, you're confused. That's it because the actor is none of the characters. He's just him.
Yeah.
You're just
Correct.
in that story, and that's why I don't believe it. It's because then I'm like I start calling all the bullshit. Then I'm like you're feeding to the vanity of the actor because the actor says, "Oh, I want to play him on the film." By playing him, they don't become him.
Yeah.
Whereas when you see an Elvis, because I don't know anybody, I believe in him as Elvis, or I believe in somebody as someone.
Yeah.
And they take
Even
those
for
chances.
Bohemian Rhapsody, I was so convincing with Rami Malek. Rather, he was a
Yeah.
villain in the No Time to
Bond
Die
movie,
also.
yeah.
But yeah, it was bad. I thought.
No, because
I thought it was.
they focus on the casting and they do it right. And they're not like here they're just catering to stars.
Yeah.
So that's what is a big problem here. You have some 3 to 4 actors who are playing every character.
Which filmmakers' movies will never miss?
Lots of one. Like Lijo's film I won't miss, Rajiv Ravi's film I won't miss, Vetri Maran's film I don't miss,
Paranjit.
Paranjit's film I don't miss, even
You should.
Rajamouli's film I don't miss.
Yeah.
बहुत सारे lots
बहुत
of
सारे.
filmmakers.
Yeah.
I don't find a lot of new filmmakers like Lokesh Kanagraj.
Yeah.
I've only seen Managram. I've not seen any of her work, but I intend to see the film and I like what the filmmakers I trust talk about him.
Yeah. You are more inclined to the South nowadays, Anurag.
I've always been, I think, from 2000. From the time I saw Bala's first film, Setu.
Which one?
Setu.
Setu. Oh.
That was the first Tamil film I saw. And imagine after that, I discovered Kamala Hassan's films like Guna, like his Virumandi, and the original of Tevar Magan, and his earlier black and white film. And then I discovered Balu Mahendra and K. Balchandar, and I did not realize they had done Hindi films as well. They're the same filmmaker. Because when as a kid I saw their Hindi film, when I saw Ek Duje Ke Liye and all that, I saw it for the songs, or for the hero, or for the love story, or for the tragedy, but not the filmmaker.
Yeah.
So I discovered them as a filmmaker later on.
But how comfortable are you with? I mean, do you have this? When you pick up your technicians for a movie, do you really want to have the same group of people to work with? Are you comfortable that you can, or you will just go and pick people which you want?
I work with people I'm comfortable with. I like with Rajiv Ravi. It's like it was like a marriage. So when Rajiv started making movies and he was unavailable, and I had to find somebody. No, I tried to work with people and they were all good, but not
separation
like
anxiety was there.
It's still there, but then I met Silver, and Silver is like a mini Rajiv to me. So now there are two people I connect with. When I'll have neither of them, then I will panic because we talk less, we talk very less, but we understand each other, and there's magic.
Yeah, and see, when you have this whole, when you relate or when you observation for a filmmaker, and this is basically my son is studying for filmmaking in Whistling Woods in Bombay, and he's a big fan. He wanted to just say, Amma, this is not fair that you do it in Trivandrum. He's somewhere in Bombay, so he asked me this question for you, where how much is observation and reading relates to, for a filmmaker?
A lot. I do that all the time. I read all the time.
And observation. How does this observation help you? Huh.
It helps. It helps in working with actors.
Huh.
So I sit and I watch people, I read, I watch everything, I notice everything. It happens naturally. It's very organic.
Yeah.
But they all become part of it. Because you see, there's a very strange thing that most good filmmakers you'll realize are also foodies.
Really?
There's a direct relation between food and cinema. They're also very good
Please
cooks.
enlighten me about it.
Yeah, they're foodies and they were also some very good cooks. They all have few recipes they make very well. I don't know what it is about food and cinema. It just kind of works together.
So do you cook?
I cook, yeah, of course.
I see your Insta pictures when you're abroad, when you're going to the nice coffee shops and you're having this conversations, and your pictures always follows your coffee mugs. And
Yeah.
so what is that whole travel helps you in? What kind of things you get
I
it as
travel
learning?
mostly to festivals and I like traveling a lot because when I travel
Mm.
I'm kind of invisible. So and
Uh-huh.
I go and watch a lot of movies. I like watching genre movies a lot in cinema. And genre movies like slasher, horror, all that
Everything.
people oh, I love it.
For Andhra Kashyap to say that this was a good movie, what is that hits you first? Like for me, that one of the scenes of the film has to come stay with me the next 2 days. Then that becomes
I can't I don't know how to articulate it or intellectualize it. A good film hits you in the gut and it just calls out itself. In the sense you don't need to it doesn't need to have an ingredient to say it's a good film because when there's a good film, you will know it's a good film.
yeah.
You just say it's a good film.
Hmm. So for coming back, what is your plans for next Malayalam films? Are you going to produce better,
No,
more movies like Paka?
I will see with Gitu Rajiv, so I always work help. Nitin also I'm doing his helping him with his next film.
Uh-huh.
And I'm working with Nitin on his next film as a producer. I only like if I like something I just support and I believe in people
Yeah.
and their vision more than anything else. So it's not
Yeah.
about like I will read a script. I already know how Gitu looks at cinema
Huh.
or Rajiv looks at cinema. And I know that even if it's good or not good, if they succeed or fail, they're still the people I'm interested in.
That's it.
Still the people I want to see how they look at the world.
Okay.
It's very important for me. Like when I see Muthon, and if
Wow.
I say I did not know Gitu, I would not have known this is a world from a woman's point of view until I saw the love scenes between two men.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you see the love
Exactly.
scene between two men, you realize this is only a woman can see it that way. The way it was
Yeah.
done. It was so
And
beautiful.
and Roshan just stole the show that time,
Yeah,
with Nivin, of
that's
course.
why Nevin, of course, is brilliant in the film. But those love scenes, Roshan was so effective, and I took him in choke.
I know. Did you see his new film, Night Drive?
I have to see it. He gets very upset. I've not seen his last two films. I have to see it. I just
I
talked to
just
him
saw
some
his
time back.
promo coming for with Red Chilies, Darling.
That's already out. I have not seen that yet. I have to see it.
Arey yaar, the trailer is out.
Okay, I'll see it. I'll see it.
Yeah.
I
Please
I don't
see
sleep. I did
Lijo.
not sleep at night, so I woke up now. So I'll see Lijo and Roshan's Darling.
Yeah. Nanpagal Samayatha Maikam with
Okay.
Mammootty. Brilliant.
Oh, super. Lijo is made a film with Mammootty.
Yeah. Nanpagal is with
Wow.
Mammootty.
No, okay, I'll see. Let me see.
Have
Let
you
me
not
see.
seen, have you not, you never made a film with any superstar of Bollywood or anyone. Why that?
I don't. I have a like even one. It becomes a burden. I made film. Like I made film with stars. What happens is stars have their own fan following and expectations from the audience. It restricts me as a filmmaker,
Yeah.
and the fans feel cheated with the star. So
Yeah.
I've also taken the blame where the fans have said that "Arey, he ruined the career of my favorite star.
Uh, but Dekho
Or
Paranjit, how he introduced Rajnikanth in that movie. There is
see,
no song, there is nothing. He just came in with that
it is
book.
because the cinema in Tamil and Malayalam is more rooted.
Uh,
So characters and stories also rooted.
yeah. Correct.
So you do whatever. Their star fans are not wanting their stars to do one particular kind of thing.
Correct. Okay.
In Hindi, it's very different.
Yeah. What is that one thing you would like to do more in your filmmaking process? What is that excites you in a filmmaking, and what is that you want to do more?
I want 100% freedom, and I want censor board to disappear. And I want.
One of the interviews said you're an atheist, but cinema is your religion. You stick to it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely,
Okay.
it's still secret.
Okay, so I think tell me why our audience should see Paka. I mean, how people will
It's
watch
just
it,
a
but
world
tell me
that they've
what is
never
your
seen before. It's such a romantic revenge saga from a filmmaker. It's like a filmmaker, Nitin is a poet who's telling a revenge story like a poetry.
Yeah.
And for me, it's like if you really want to experience that world, see Paka.
Okay. Interesting. Some one-liners. Who is Anurag Kashyap without a filmmaker cap?
Nothing, invisible, nobody.
If you need to be writing an autobiography and title is one of your
I
films,
will
what
never
it
do that. I'll
अरे,
never do
एक
that.
नाम तो दे दो.
Kuch nahi, I'll never do that. I'll call it Black Friday because most of my films are not blockbusters. And films release on Friday. So my life story will
Okay.
be called Black Friday.
Black Friday. That's a good one. See, you got me an answer. And in the entire filmmaking process, what is that you hate about during a shooting or,
What I hate the most about that film gets finished. I don't like my films to finish. I want to keep working on them, and I love the process of making a movie.
Huh.
I'm not really into what happens after the film comes out, and people are like always how much money it has made and this and that and everything.
Huh.
That's for the producer. I like the
Yeah.
process of making a
process. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much is your acting score?
I hate acting. 0.
No, I like you in the Tamil film with a
Yeah,
villain.
but I mean, people might like me, but I hate acting. Like acting comes is 0. From 1 to 10 is 0.
Okay. What is a signature Anurag Kashyap shot in any of your films?
Nothing. I don't have any signature shot. I just follow the character. I always
Correct.
follow the character.
Yeah. Any bio, if you want to do, whose it will be? You have anybody in mind that is a long dream?
Biopic of probably a very common person. Somebody who is very normal and common. That's the biopic I would want to do.
Okay. You have not found the person?
No, I don't like, because I'm saying I don't want to celebrate a person who's already celebrated. It's for me,
Correct.
it's very boring.
Okay.
I will probably want to make a film on somebody who nobody knows about.
Nice.
Somebody who's not celebrated.
Huh.
And who should have been celebrated. Or somebody who's overcome so much more than just like in India, it's like a person goes out and wins one medal and they make a biopic.
Huh. Yeah.
I'm saying somebody's one minor achievement, and after that, their whole career goes down.
Goes down. Yeah.
After
Maybe
the
that is
biopic is there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm saying there's a time. I think biopics should always be made in retrospect. Biopics should not be made when people are still in the phase of their living their life or that event or whatever they do.
Yeah. All right. I know my time is up. It's 3:03. Thank you very much, Anurag. It's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.